Welcome back to another episode of the Hermit Poetry Series. I'm Neil Aitken, and on this channel I read poetry, mostly work by contemporary poets, occasionally poems of my own, and once in a while poems from the past. Today's poem comes to us from Robert Frost, one of the great American poets from the middle of the 20th century. You will find, most likely, if you don't know his work already, that you have heard his work. It is highly quotable. Shows up in many different forums throughout pop culture, referenced and acknowledged in different ways. And if you've taken an English class at some point, you've probably had to memorize one of his poems. I'm going to read one of the more well-known poems, and it's partly because this particular copy that I showed you here is a copy of Robert Frost poems owned by my father. And so it's one of the things I inherited after his passing. I took this book, and I note, when I flip to the page, it has a little happy face at the top, indicating it was probably one of my father's favorites. I do recall him reading this to us at some point, so I am certain that I'm fairly safe in making that assumption. This poem is entitled, "Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening." Whose woods these are, I think I know. His house is in the village, though. He will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. My little horse must think it queer to stop without a farmhouse near, between the woods and frozen lake, the darkest evening of the year. He gives his harness bells a shake to ask if there is some mistake. The only other sound's the sweep of easy wind and downy flake. The woods are lovely, dark, and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. And that was Robert Frost, Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this poem and this reading, please do check out the description of the video for more information about this poet, Robert Frost, more information about where to purchase an anthology of his work, or find more information about this project, the Hermit Poetry Series, or other projects that I'm currently engaged with. I am grateful for all of you who watch these videos, and I am thankful for the power of poetry and literature to open up our minds and imagine space, time, place, emotion, encounters that someone else might have, or someone else may have imagined themselves. But we're able to share something in these moments, and I'm grateful for that sense of darkness and peace and silence that emerges out of a poem like this. There's quiet here. There's also possibility, and there's also some air of mystery. I think those things are compelling. I hope that I hope that you're doing well wherever you are and whatever you're doing. Wishing you all the best in your creative endeavors, whether you are in the process of creating, or you're in the process of researching and learning, or you're in some way producing, sharing, amplifying, or celebrating other people's work or your own. All the more power to you, and gratitude for what you're doing. It's important to be part of this large conversation of artists and of creators. Grateful for opportunities to be part of this dialogue, and wish all of you success as you endeavor to create and participate in those conversations as well. Until next time, stay safe and well. If you enjoy these videos, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. That helps keep these videos visible and easy to find for others. And please do consider commenting below if you have ideas, suggestions for other people to explore, other poets and writers to look at, or if you yourself have a book out that you would like to celebrate and have featured on this channel. Trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think so. So until next time, keep reading and writing, and keep staying involved in the good work of creating and building bridges with others. And I will do the same, and I'll be back again soon with more poetry and more reading. Until then, take care and goodbye.